Elon Musk says he's pulling the plug on his multi-billion-dollar offer to buy Twitter.
No one has seen inside this thing until now.
It is the most wonderful time of the year for fans of Epcot.
We're hopeful that no one was hurt in the panic after the fact.
Tonight, questions swirl about what led the FBI to seize dozens of boxes of documents from former President Trump's South Florida home.
One of the things that's really striking being up here is you can see huge gators.
I don't like it on the beach, but I hate it in the water. You ever been in
when
the
it touches you,
when
you
it
think it's
brushes
something
your leg, and you think it's a sea creature?
Had you had a different tone at that point, do you think Floridians would have taken this virus more seriously?
They took it seriously.
Yeah, you got some time. Come on. Come on, we want to talk to you about texting and driving. You were the one no vote.
You ever go to Google something and you're just like, I don't know how to describe this, really? So Google's testing out a new tool. The company says its new multi-search feature can help users find things that are just really hard to put into words.
Hey,
So I'm going to start doing the news just like this. I'm expecting a ratings bonanza.
We're not a big manufacturing state. We don't have a lot of dairy farmers here. How's the USMCA going to benefit Florida in a way that NAFTA did not?
Well, it's very important to Florida.
You feel powerless. And I've talked to some young people, some college-age people who are like, there's no way I can get a place. Stick in there. Don't just rush and buy a place right now. That's my advice.
What he said right there is absolutely false. This is the most powerful man in Florida's House of Representatives. And in his answer, he appears to be ignorant of the laws in which you pay him to govern over.
The Mueller report came out and said Russia was able to infiltrate 2 counties. What are you guys doing to make sure elections here in Florida and everywhere are secure?
I started doing something a little bit different with my hair. Just a little bit. So then we get Denise here. Hey, Matt, my name's Denise. I watch the news every day. And I hope I don't offend you, but your new hairstyle needs to go. 4-leaf clover. Lucky Charm. And then I think she felt a little bad. And she goes, you're very handsome.
The victim is recovering.
What's worse than getting beat up? Getting beat up by a naked guy.
He's technically naked because he's up to something while he's wearing no clothes.
At least he had a shirt on in the mugshot. Good news for higher education in the Sunshine State. U.S. News and World Report ranks Florida the best state to go to college in.
You know, naked cowboy is one of those jobs you feel like when you're young, you're ripped up, you can go out there and sing in your underwear, but you have to know at some point there's an end game here. We can't do it forever. Do you feel like naked cowboy is sort of coming to the end? Sort of getting
it's pants cowboy is not as catchy. There's pants cowboy, everybody.
Turtleneck cowboy, that doesn't have the same ring to it. I mean, he's getting up there.
Big money is going into some tiny little chips found in items we use every day, like computers. So today, the president signed a $280 billion Chips and Science Act. Social media company Snapchat rolling out a new set of controls for parents. So the new feature called Family Center allows parents to install the app and monitor their teens through an opt-in process. Ooh, I like this. And my kids are going to hate it. Developing in Brevard County now, dozens of people being evicted by the end of the week. The motel they were living in telling them they're just shutting down. Nothing they can do about it.
Do they still do the endless breadsticks? They do this thing where you pay $99 and you can eat whatever you want.
I did not ask about the breadsticks. I'm sorry.
Okay. Matt Austin is in studio with what's ahead. Matt, do you know?
Does that deal come with a gym membership? Because I would need it for sure. In 1969, the Apollo 12 mission launched from KSC. Seconds into flight, the rocket got hit by lightning, not once, but twice. This launch led to a scientific breakthrough. Turns out the rocket didn't randomly get struck. It actually caused the lightning. So now scientists at UF are using this same scenario to catch bolts and study them. New at 11, I joined these scientists to find out how these experiments are getting results for you.
If you drive through the tiny town of Stark, over the train tracks, and make a left on Lightning Strike Road.
So this is where the magic happens.
Yeah. This is where the rockets are fired.
You'll find an otherworldly contraption, a 6-barreled rocket launcher.
People email us all the time asking us how they can do this in their backyard.
They do not.
They do, because they want to do it to their neighbor.
But this launcher doesn't aim for bad guys or neighbors. 3, 2, 1, fire. Its target? Lightning.
Oh, yeah.
And
and 50% of the time, these researchers from UF hit it.
You tell it where to go,
We tell it where to go.
when to go there,
Yeah.
and then you study every
We can
aspect.
make any measurements on it we want.
Dr. Martin Newman has been triggering lightning here on Camp Blanding Military Base for nearly 20 years.
This place was built from scratch in 1996.
Scientists here at the International Center for Lightning Research use rockets attached to long spools of wire
This is 32 gauge copper wrapped in Kevlar.
to measure every aspect of a strike. Here's how it works. High-speed cameras catch a lightning strike. It funnels down these tubes through this braided wire into a steel box, then into the ground. A half-second lightning strike pumps 50 gigabytes of information through these fiber optic wires into this launch trailer.
There's not like a kit you buy for this.
No, there's no kit. Yeah, go to Radio Shack. Ask her for the lightning initiation kit.
The information learned in these experiments has had a huge impact.
Here we have a house here that we struck to test the lightning protection of the house. And
Lightning standards have been created for houses, planes, and oil pipelines.
we do these things in millionths of a second frames.
They've learned lightning emits X-rays.
There it is.
And through still pictures like this, scientists have learned the biology of a bolt. As for the future, the goals are straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Maybe one day control thunderstorms, control lightning.
One day control thunderstorms?
Sure.
That, you think that's a possibility?
Eventually, yeah.
Like how many years down the road?
Eventually, we're going to control everything. Oh, I don't know, 30, 40.
So if you thought catching lightning in a bottle was impossible, here, it happens 30 times a summer.
Come on,
Really
that's crazy
cool,
stuff,
yeah.
right? Now, some people have asked me if they can get lightning to strike where they want. Can they harness that power and then maybe
Right.
use it to power things that we use? Well, it turns out they can actually do this already, but lightning is such a short burst of power, and if you harness it, I was really surprised to hear this, you could only power one 60-watt bulb for 2 weeks, Dr. Newman tells me, so it would actually take thousands of strikes to power a house.
Which is shocking. You'd think because they're so powerful, it would just take one.
Yeah, you would think you could power a city for a week or something with one bolt, but apparently that's just not the case.